What if every single NFL player went back to the time when they were at their best and we threw them all in an NFL draft type situation where one person was on the clock, had to make a selection? Who would you take first? So in case you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, make sure to do so. Hit subscribe, turn that little bell on the side. That'll make sure you're notified of all of my new videos. And I'm going to be shouting out and showing on the screen 3 new subscribers every single video. Okay, so we're jumping into the fantasy draft. I unfortunately don't think I'll have it. If I have the first pick, I'm going to be mad. I'll pick like a completely random dude if I have the first pick, and we'll just do gets the second. Things to do. Oh, cannot save. That's good to see. Thank you, PlayStation. Start your fantasy as good as when you're ready to begin. I'm ready to draft, man. I am 100% ready to draft. Oh, wow. We just roll. We just roll right into it. Okay. First pick in the all-time draft was Dan Marino. That's interesting. So first pick, Dan Marino, Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, Joe Montana, Donovan McNabb, John Elway, Mike Vick, Johnny Unitas, Warren Moon, Steve Young, Troy Aikman, Bradshaw, Derek Carr, Kurt Warner, Andrew Luck, Sandbach, Cam Newton, Jay Kelly, Marcus Mariota, Russell Wilson, Matt Stafford. I can tell you who I'm not selecting. I'm selecting someone cool, man. I am selecting someone cool. Got all of these 99s. I need someone who can just stud it up for me. QBs left. We do have some 99 QBs left. I don't know how he's not taken. I honestly don't know how he's not gone. I guess it's because they're thinking long term, and he's a little bit older. But I'm taking Tom, and if that notification shows up every single time I do something, I'm gonna lose it. We gotta follow this draft because it goes so fast. So since I drafted Sanders, the Sanders bros went like straight. There's 2 Sanders. There's a couple like doubles. You guys will see that. Odell Beckham Jr. went. Night Train Lane. All of those dudes. Willie McGinnis, Joe Namath. Why is my vocabulary so bad? I feel like sometimes I just like stumble over every single word. If I could get Tom Brady and Julio Jones, like that's a pretty sick combination. I could probably also get what halfback? I get Bo Jackson. Why is Bo Jackson? All of these guys have ridiculous stats. Okay, that's kind of ridiculous. Jerome Bettis should not be 9 overall with 99 speed. Selection we gotta make. I gotta pick someone. I gotta add 2 touchdowns. A lot of guys are 99 overall. Just get over it. If you're upset, I'm sorry you're upset. Wide receiver, someone who's still on available is Julio Jones. I think having that combination on the offensive side is gonna be huge. This is ridiculous. I am so mad about it. I can't even explain to you guys the frustration of every single time I hit it, it goes straight to that. Now we're going to draft some defense. Middle linebacker, Jack Lambert. We got DeQuell Jackson. It's not quite as stacked. Like, this is more realistic, this side of things, because we actually get the real, like, overalls. Darrelle Revis, man-to-man, 95 overall. Left outside linebacker. I want as good of defense as possible. So I think I'm going to take the best available. Oh, my gosh. 80, oh, that's 86. I was going to say, I was like, how on earth is he a 99 overall? The best available, Clay Matthews. Back then, this is like when he's at his all-time, because he was one of the best players in the league at one point. You guys are just gonna have to deal with it. Gonna have to deal with that stupid thing popping up on the screen all the time, and just hope we can get the W. Let's keep looking at defense. Defense best available is probably what I'm gonna continue to do, because I feel like defense wins championship. Brian Dawkins, that is absolutely sick. I like the look of Brian Dawkins on the squad. Go to system storage. I'm not going to system storage. I don't care what you say. I'm not going to do it. I don't care. I'm not going to do it. Jerome Bettis, who do I want here? Let's go to cornerbacks. I feel like corners are very important. We still have Darrelle Revis and Cromartie. Those guys, like, they're not as high overalls, but I feel like taking and getting good corners right off the bat who I know can just lock other teams up could be huge. I might even take back-to-back rounds where I go after corners. Oh, or I could get Gene Upshaw, Fred Taylor. I should probably take Jimmy. I feel like Jimmy's tough to pass up on in this situation. And there's a lot of good linemen that I feel like will be available later. So I'm going to go with Jimmy. Okay, so just kind of at this point, I'm just going to look through my team, see exactly who we have. So we have the 98 or the 99 Tom. We have all of these 99s plus Darrelle Revis. A lot of teams are built like that, though. A lot of teams just have 99s. I do think I'm doing the right thing in kind of starting by going after defense really, really early in the thing. If that thing comes up on the screen one more time, please, one more time, come up on the screen. I dare you. Eric Dickerson's available. Let me go back. Let's see what we got at free safety. Eric Weddle's the top cornerback. We can go get the 2 top cornerbacks in the whole thing. I get Antonio Cromartie. Get those guys reunited. Please show up. Thank you. I know my system storage is messed up. I get it. I honestly, I get it. It's fine. It is what it is. I'm obviously not taking it too well, as you guys can tell. But I'm just going to have to deal with it. DeQuell Jackson. He don't really want to take DeQuell Jackson. Warren Sapp. Right end, you got Michael Bennett. Left end, not too great. Do I start looking O-line? I can get Art Snell. 99 overall right tackle. 100%, I'll take that every day of the week. Every day of the week, this is going to take me my system storage, which is so... Ugh, I'm just going to freak out. Why is it doing that? And I've tried to delete my storage too. Like, I've tried to delete stuff, and it's not. It just doesn't work. It's not something that happens. Let's get Larry Allen. Go get Larry, but there's like, that position is super busy. Like, I feel like I could wait around and still get a 99 overall guy. So I don't know if that's the best thing to take. Right guard is relatively stacked. There's only one more 99 at right guard though. So I'm going to go ahead and take Marshall Yonda at this position. The whole draft is going to be insane because there's going to be great players throughout the whole thing. So I can pretty much pick my whole entire team. Halfback, I could get another receiver to kind of complement, because another receiver wouldn't be a bad idea. Right now we don't have much at all, but I feel like it's not going to get that much better just based on some of the things here. Left tackle, I could go and have 299. I'm going to go with Larry Allen. Larry Allen, I feel like, is a good choice. Now let's jump back to the defensive side of the ball. We're just going to, like, we got the 99 Julio Jones. We have someone for him to throw to. So I'm going to worry a little bit more about back here. That took a huge dip, middle linebacker. Thomas Davis, he's going to be in the news for a while after that hit that he made. He's going to be in a little bit of trouble for a good amount of time. Yeah, definitely at the point in the draft where taking defense, I'm probably not going to get that much better, so I might as well take studly offensive players instead of defense, because there's a lot of defense positions that are not very stacked, so I don't want to miss out on like a 99 overall center just to get like an 86 overall end. Like, to me, that's just not worth it. It's not something that I want to do whatsoever. All these guys are still available. Like, most of the people who are still kicking are guys who really are like running backs. There's running backs, whoever made this, he went all out on the running back to the point where it was like, it wasn't even realistic whatsoever. I have a quarterback. All of these guys, none of these guys really do much for me. If I look down at what would help me out the most of all these positions, nothing there. So I think we're gonna just have to go to defense, start drafting some decent players on defense. Like, look at how quick, like, I'm glad and really, really grateful that I went out and I got those two corners, because I dodged a huge bullet, because I would have had 0 corners if I didn't go and make that move. Thurman Thomas is there. Let's keep going on the defensive side of the ball. D-tackle. I'm going to take Alan Branch. Don't really know if I want to. I'm going to do a few more rounds. I don't know how many more. Obviously, I'm going to do as many as I see fit that will actually affect the team. But just every single time that notification pops up, a very, very happy part of me just dies every time I see it. It's just the saddest thing ever, is seeing that stupid thing pop up on the screen. I don't like either of these guys, and it's a pretty big drop off though. So I'm gonna go with Muhammad Wilkerson, see how he does for me at that position. You can't delete multiple scenarios. Okay, I get it. I get it. You've told me 16,000 times. I don't need any more notifications. These guys would be good trade bait if I actually was worried about making trades. I'm not worried about making trades whatsoever. There's still an 86 overall corner available. I'm gonna go ahead and take Terrence Newman. And then from here on out, I'm going to do 2 more rounds. I'm going to get some more athletes, get another running back, because at this point, if I don't get one of these running backs, it's straight up stupid. This Marshawn Lynch is ridiculous. I don't know why he hasn't been taken yet. Certain things that the person who made this roster did, I can't. This is the best all-time roster that there is. It has the most players, though. So don't be mad at me. Be mad at the guy who made the roster, but also be thankful for the guy who made the roster, because first of all, it's Christmas, so don't be mad at anybody. And second of all, he put a lot of time into this that I would never have put. I've never put that much time into anything as this dude put in to this roster. Few more rounds, I gotta get some wide receivers, because I've refused to take wide receivers. I just saw Jordy Nelson go off the board, which means I think there's still some decent depth there. Like I said, there is. So I'm glad I didn't go for Vincent Jackson at an earlier round, because that would have been a really, really dumb decision if I would have done that, because he's been kicking around for a good amount of time. They're starting to go now, as you can see. I'm gonna go and take Pierre Garçon. That's it for the draft portion of the video. I'm gonna show you guys the whole team. I can't look at this note anymore, so we're gonna sim to the end, and then I will see you guys at the end of the draft. We're gonna look at our teams, we're gonna look at all the teams, and I'll explain to you kind of the next step of this whole thing. So let's have a look at my team, then we're gonna look at every single team, because this is where you guys come in and have a chance to make some predictions down below. This is my squad. Julio, my O-line is looking really, really quite good. The whole side of it, except for my left tackle, I really have a good O-line. I have a good tight end. I have a good wide receiver, in my opinion. If we look at my defensive side of the ball too, I have studly corners, 95 overall. Kevin Byard, that's perfect. I can't believe they drafted him. I love that dude. It's an old roster though, so he's not as good as he should be. My defensive line and stuff is not very good, but my defensive secondary is pretty much as good as it gets according to like this league. Let's go look at all the teams though, because we're gonna predict who's gonna win this. And I'm even willing to say not the Titans. If I think a team has better team than the Titans, okay. Vikings, they have Peyton Manning, Greg Olsen, all of these guys. Warren Sapp, they look pretty good. Not gonna lie, they look pretty decent. Zach Thomas is on the Bears, as well as William Perry. I don't really like their chances. I'm just kind of looking at positions drafted to see how important it is. Brett Favre, that's a good one. Greenwood, Larry Allen, that's a good team as well. Do they have any cornerbacks? Yeah, they do. Okay, that's a team that could potentially do it. These guys, Nate Train, Derek Thomas, J.J. Watt, and Ronnie Lott, that is a defense. I am going to say the Bills do really, really well. I think the Bills are going to definitely make the playoffs. This team is all offense, all kind of skill positions. A lot of halfbacks, too many halfbacks. I'm going to say no to them. The Browns, they have Von Miller, too much offense once again. I think what's going to win this is whoever has the best defense, because everyone's going to have crazy offense. This 2 wide receivers and a halfback right off the bat, definitely not a great thing to go for. Charles Tillman, that was the best cornerback in the whole thing. I did not realize he was even in it. Right outside linebacker, Willie McGinnis, Todd Gurley. I don't think the Cardinals have enough depth. They're like really top heavy. Jack Youngblood. Don't even know if that's a real person. Hopefully it's not, but like, because I feel like an idiot if it's not, but man, I have no idea who that is. I don't think the Chargers have a great chance. The Chiefs, ooh, the Chiefs look nice. The Chiefs look really, really nice. I'm going to say the Bills and the Chiefs so far. Those guys, not really feeling it. This team is very, very like well-rounded. These guys, oh wow, left tackle, yeah, all those positions are pretty important. Except for the running back, that kind of like ruins the whole thing for me. Rod Woodson, I don't really like their chances either. Quarterback, okay, this is a team. Atlanta. Atlanta is the other team that I could see doing really, really well. So remember, Atlanta and the Bills. Here, these guys have AP, Sanders, all of these dudes. They look really, really solid. If we go to the Jaguars, they have Larry Fitzgerald, Jerome Bettis, Dan Marino. They're pretty solid as well. The Jets are pretty stacked with Khalil Mack. All of these dudes. Let's keep looking. I haven't seen anyone that I've been as impressed with as the Bills and the Atlanta. Those are my two. Bills, Atlanta, and my team. I personally think my team is really, really solid. I want to finish all of these just before we simulate, so you guys can leave your predictions down below. Holy, the Rams. 2 halfbacks and receivers, though. They can be high overalls, but I feel like it's all about like having high overalls in the right position. And I don't think halfback and stuff is the perfect position for that. Saints, they look like they're doing pretty good. Seahawks, 99 overall. Steelers, they look decent. Okay, I'm sticking with my prediction. I think my team is really, really good. You can see I have a ton of 99 overall. I believe I drafted the winning team. I really do. Let's go sim. If I did, I'm a beast. And I don't have to do the forfeit, but we'll see exactly what happens. I'm going all in on this team. Advance week, advance to the Super Bowl. I will see you guys then when we will know if I completed this challenge. Well, boys, we made it against the Saints. So I pretty much pulled this off at this point. I'm taking a little bit of a W in the challenge. We made it to the Super Bowl. That was my overwhelming goal from the beginning. I have to see, though, now, the next step, can we win the Super Bowl? That's the second most important thing. We're playing New Orleans. I don't think I even remember looking at their lineup or giving them much credit, so I have really no idea who's on their team. But that would just complete the video. If I could somehow win it, it would mean that I drafted the best team possible, or that everyone else drafted very, very poorly. The Saints, they have pretty decent. They have a lot of halfbacks and receivers. I'm a little surprised by that because they look relatively like balanced at the second half of their team. We got to go get this W against Saints. I'm done, honestly, with this game forever. That saved data. Why do I say data so weird? That saved data notification is putting me over the edge. Like, it really, really is, to the point where I'm like, I don't even want to play anymore. Like, this is the dumbest thing ever. I can't handle it anymore. Play the moments, play offense only, play defensive only. No, we're simulating. Advance week to next week. We will know in 1 second. It's going to come with another notification. Just wait. Watch the right-hand side, because it drove me crazy. The whole season simulation. It might not happen here, but it comes with an auto-saving thing on the right-hand side. The notification pops up, the dreaded notification, and you have to exit out of it and everything. It's just the worst. Right here. Ready? 3, 2, 1, boom. Then all you have to do is hit B, backspace, exit out, advance, ready. Yes, let's go. Super Bowl champions. I complete the challenge of the fantasy draft. It's rare that happens. Like, we went 11-5, made it to the Super Bowl. I'm super actually pumped up about that. The Titans have placed there, and obviously the 2017 Super Bowl champions. The one thing I want to look at quick is just stats. No, we're going into the screen. I'm never leaving it. I'm turning off the game before I go out of the player stats screen, because I know as soon as I go out of it, I'm going to get the exact stupid thing happened. Okay, so Jim Kelly had the most yards. Marcus Mariota was second. Joe Montana, Warren Moon, Russell Wilson, Joe Namath, Aaron Rodgers, Terry Bradshaw, Drew Brees, Johnny Unitas, Tom Brady. Rushing wise, it was Bo Jackson. So many guys had huge rushing years. My runner for the Titans actually had the best year of anybody. He killed it. I think it's a lot due to the fact that I went and I drafted a really, really good O-line that he could run behind. I had pretty much all 99 O-linemen. Tackles was Craig Robertson. If we look at interceptions, we can see who led the league in that. Interceptions was Paul Krause, Eric Allen, Richard Sherman. Derek Johnson, for me, had a really, really good year with interceptions. And Tony Cromartie had 5. How did Ed Reed do? Not Ed Reed. I didn't have Ed Reed. Who is the guy? I had Darrell Rivers. He had 3 interceptions. Well, guys, we pulled it off. If it happened, you guys saw, the first pick in the whole thing would be Dan Marino. I love you guys all so much. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.